Hello students, welcome to our class. Today we take the lecture for the standard 7. Our subject is general science. So in the last few lectures we complete our two lessons in your textbook, that is the first and second lesson. So here we start our new topic, that is the third lesson. Which is the third lesson? See, third lesson is the properties of natural resources. So here we start our third lesson. Okay, so here listen carefully that I explain here. So here we see first two questions, that is let's recall. Here they give us some questions and you should try to answer that questions and also think about it. So what is the first question? So first question is that which are the gases present in air and why is air called a homogeneous mixture? So in the last standard, that is in the sixth standard, you study about the natural resources. Okay, so in this topic you also study about the which are the natural resources, that is the air, water and land. So out of this, here we see one by one the properties of all these natural resources. So first you should have to know about, here we see this first question. Okay, which are the gases present in air? So answer is like that. In the last standard also we see the composition of air, that is the, we also say that air is the part of atmosphere or air contributes the atmosphere. So in this air, which type of gases are present? So I explain the gases like nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxides. So also another inert gases, that is we see six types of inert gases are also present in the air. Okay, this is also we study in the last standard. Also nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxides. So out of these gases are present in the air. Also along with this, some dust particles are also present and also moisture is contained in the air. So answer of the first question is that the gases like oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide, then six inert gases, and also the nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, these gases are present in the air. So second question is why air is called homogeneous mixture? So we see air mixtures of all of these gases, means here what happened, the constituents gases cannot be separated naturally from this mixture. So therefore it is called homogeneous mixture. So we see number of gases are present in air, but we cannot separate out these gases as a separate. That is we cannot distinguish or we cannot remove the one of the gas from all this mixture. That is if we have to need, that is nitrogen dioxide or also inert gases, so we cannot easily remove one of the gas from this air mixture. All the gases are mixed with another, with in another in uniform manner. So here due to this we say that air is the homogeneous mixture. Then we continue our next question, that is what are the uses of the various gases in the air? So also in the last standards we see the uses of some gases which are present in the air. So out of this you know about, we inhale the oxygen gas. Okay, so oxygen gas is very important gas to all living things to survive on the earth. So life does not exist without this oxygen gas which is present in the air. And also we see the carbon dioxide gas. This carbon dioxide gas is also useful for the plant to prepare their food by the process of photosynthesis. So another useful gas, that is the carbon dioxide gas. This gas is also useful. Also the nitrogen gas is also helps for the synthesis of protein. So when the nitrogen gas is mixed with the soil, then this gas is used for the is used as a nutrients for the plant when they prepare their food. So by using this nitrogen gas, plant also form the proteins which is the form of food. So also another gases like ammonia, and ammonia gas is also used in the airtight packaging of the food stuff. Okay, so all of these uses we see in the last standard. So I again here revise. Okay, so answer of the second question is nitrogen helps in the synthesis of protein. It also helps in the production of ammonia. Okay, and also for the airtight packaging of the foodstuff, ammonia gas is used. So in this way we see the uses of some gases. Also we see the use of oxygen, that is oxygen is essential for combustion. Means if there is oxygen is not present in air, combustion of any substance cannot be takes place. And also it helps for the respiration. Respiration means to breathe. For the breathing, all living organism it required oxygen gas. And carbon dioxide is necessary for photosynthesis process. Because of by using this photosynthesis process, plant perform their food by itself. And also carbon dioxide gas is used as a fire extinguisher. Fire extinguisher means to put off the fire, this gas is used. Also there are some inert gases are also present in the in the air. So these each and every inert gas also have their specific use. Okay, so in this way we see the uses of various gases which are present in the air. So here let's we start the which properties of air are there. So for this study of the properties of air, here we see the first point in our topic, that is the properties of air. So we know air is all around us, means we are uh, with our earth is surrounded by the air. Okay, means by that way we can say that air is all around us and we cannot see it. We cannot see the air, that is air is blowing at every place, at everywhere, but even it is present around us, but we cannot see it. Only we can feel the presence of air by our skin. So here the property first, like that is air is cannot be seen but it can be feel by our skin. That is there is a we feel the presence of air in the atmosphere. So when we inhale the air, when we inhale means we intake the air by with the help of our nose. So air is taken in through the nose. What is the process of inhale? Inhale means what happened, we take the air into our body with the help of our nose. So if we blow on our hand through our lips, when we keep our hands on our mouth and we blow the air from our mouth to the hands, then we feel this air. Okay, then we feel the air when we do this such type of activity. So here first we see the which properties, that is air, that is we cannot be see the air as our eyes, but we feel the presence of air. How we feel the presence of air? If we do this activity, that is blow on our hand through our lips, means when we blow the air which is present inside our body, we blow with the help of our mouth onto our hands. So during this activity we feel the air, that is air is present around us. Okay, so for study the another activities, we see the next activities. So they gives us first activity. See here, that is which activity we see. Try this. Take a stick from a broom or a paper or a plastic straw. Means you have to take a stick, either it is from a broom, that is we clean our home or surface tiles or surface at our home by using this broom. Okay, so you can take the stick from this broom, and also you can instead of this also you can use the paper, stick of the paper. You prepare a roll by using the paper and you made the stick. And also you can take the plastic straw. You know about the straw, that is we use the straw for the drinking some cold drinks. Okay, so you can use also the straw. So by the use of these three, instead of all these three you can take one of them, then tie a thread at its center. Then tie a thread at its center and hang it so that it remains horizontal. Means here you should take a plastic straw, tie a thread at its center, means in the middle part of the straw you tie a thread, and hang the straw as it is. Okay, hang the straw uh, as in the V situation, at the straw is remain horizontal position. So next, in next step, I again repeat this activity, okay, with the image, then you understand very well.